So we're going to answer some questions based on the graph. So the one on the left, in the year 2020, the amusement park is keeping track of their yearly attendance and projects a negative trend. You can tell from the graph it's going down and to the right. Look over the graph. We're going to answer the following questions. The first one is, how many people does XYZ amusement park have in 2020? Well, based on the graph, the starting point is 900,000. And do note, and this is important, that the graph on the x-axis is the number of years since 2020. So 0 years would be 2020. And based on the graph, the y-intercept, it is 900,000. The next question is, what is the expected change in yearly attendance? Instead of using a slope formula, I'm going to notice that this is linear, and after 1 year, it goes from 900,000 to 850,000. So the difference is a negative 50,000. And once we have the slope and the y-intercept, we can write an equation in the linear form, y equals mx plus b, that would represent the tenant's expectations for that amusement park. So y equals mx plus b. The m, the slope, is negative 50,000. So we have y equals negative 50,000 plus the y-intercept, or the starting point, which is 900,000. The last question is, XYZ amusement park believes that their park will become financially unsustainable after the attendance drops below 200,000 or less people. In what year would this first occur? So essentially, we need to set up the equation, or make it an inequality, to find out when. That should be another 0 right there, 50,000. When this will be less than or equal to 200,000 people. So we're going to get rid of the stuff that's on the same side of the letter, but not touching it. That's the positive 900,000. So we would subtract 900,000 on both sides. And that would give us negative 5,000, 50,000. X is less than or equal to negative 700,000. Then we would divide both sides by negative 50,000. And that would make x greater than or equal to 14. And remember, this is 14 years after 2020. So we'd have to do 2020 plus 14. And that makes the year 2034. For the other graph, John is a salesperson. He makes a base salary in addition to $2,000 per car that he sells. That's his commission. We see the graph below. What is John's base salary? Well, the base salary, again, is the value of y when x is 0. So when he sells 0 cars, from the graph it looks like he makes $10,000. So now we need to write the linear equation that would represent John's income. Well, just for showing up the work, he gets $10,000. So that's going to be the y-intercept. And he makes $2,000 per car, so that'd be 2,000 times x. The last question is, how much would John make in a year if he sold 60 cars in that year? Well, all we have to do for that is put 60 into the x. And 2,000 times 60 is 120,000. And 120,000 plus 10,000 would be $130,000. So if you have any kind of questions, ask your math teacher.